All right, guys. So I think we saw a little bit of a push down this morning just to get us back to spot from a few days ago, like all the way back. Um, right here, canceling out the rest of that tiny bit of gamma exposure that carried over the weekend. After that, they really didn't seem to show a lot of interest in shorting. We mostly traded with active funds throughout the midday into the afternoon, um, and in line with the SPY. Uh, I still think that, we're not going to see a lot of positive price action this week. We've broken down from the like the upper trend that we were on, testing against this resistance. Um, and plenty of room to the downside if we break below 126. So, not looking super bullish for the near term. Obviously, I'm going to be following and making sure that if we see any signs of them moving to cover or anything like that, we can warn people. But with the GDP report coming this Wednesday, there may be a downturn in the market overall, and that's going to probably drag us down given that we don't have any buying support currently. So be aware of that. Be careful entering really anything in this choppy period. It's there's money to be made because GameStop moves so much every day, like $5-7 up and down, but and largely due to that high volatility driven by the in the money calls being exercised, because when they exercise those, it drives our price up. um and so there is money to be made, but you have to be careful, make sure you have tight stops. Directionally though, I don't really have a lot of confidence in a hard move either direction right now. Maybe towards the latter half of this week, we can see more downside. But right now, I still think we're going to just trade in this range for a little bit longer. I'm going to see what happened to utilization today. I do think it fell off. Dark pool volume was relatively low. So if utilization did fall off, that's a bearish signal. And maybe we'll get a couple more signals to help us get an idea of what's going to happen. I do think we saw some calls selling off, so the chain should weaken a little bit. Gamma Max may come down, although I do think a lot of the Gamma Max calls are kind of far dated, like the ones supporting Gamma Max. What about FTDs? So FTDs today were nominal. I don't think they were very high. As we approach the May OPEX period, we'll have that MM and ETF FTD overlap, and I'll let you guys know. I'll chart that out and try to get a picture up for you guys so you have an idea of when that period will occur. But that period's generally not a lot of upside, right? Patrick put call Lambton. Beautiful. Over $5,000 of 120 put volume for July 15th today. Yeah. But we also saw them burn fucking 120 million of puts 2 weeks ago. So let's get something a little more confirmable than them just buying out of the money puts, right? Maybe like in the money puts, like some actual pressure to the downside instead of what could largely be marking long of FTDs. Twelve 129.69 full bull. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what tomorrow looks like. There should be a little gamma exposure carryover from the market's rally on Friday. I mean, the market did not return back to its spot price by any means. So there's definitely some leftover exposure carrying into tomorrow, and that could give us a little bit of upside, which may be an opportunity to, get some cover calls in place, or maybe buy back into some puts for, whatever's going to come Wednesday, or maybe straddles depending on how Wednesday turns out. If you want something even more risk averse. Um, but yeah, I think that's about it. Overall on the day, kind of see here. I'll pull this out to the 1 hour. We look good. I think we'll still find support here though for now. Unless they unlock some large amount of liquidity to short us, which, you know, we don't really have any significant evidence of currently, then we should be able to stabilize in this range. They are kind of stair-stepping us. We'll see if that continues. But I think even if they stair-step us down tomorrow, we'll still get hung up on this like 126 support. I think this will hold pretty strong. It's probably our strongest support in $20 in either direction. And so that's about it. Or at least those are my thoughts on that for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Have a good night, guys.